Howdy folks, welcome to another episode of Mingles with Jingles. A couple of announcements to get out of the way first. Elite Dangerous's second phase of the premium beta is going live tomorrow, Tuesday the 24th of August. They're expanding the number of star systems that are available and also the kind of space stations in those star systems. These are the new Orbis space stations, significantly bigger than the existing Coriolis stations you've already seen. That outer ring is 8 kilometers across. These things are big. They're also throwing new ships into the game. This is a cargo vessel. And of course, new ships means new cockpits. You don't have to just sit staring at the same tired old Sidewinder cockpit that we've been seeing in Elite Dangerous videos since we started putting Elite Dangerous videos up. So, Premium Beta 2 Elite Dangerous starting tomorrow. Next, I've been putting more time into Star Trek Online lately. I appreciate it's not the kind of game that I'm ever going to dedicate an awful lot of video time to on the channel, but it is something that I play quite a lot. Just managed to unlock the Ryzen Pleasure Cruiser from the Ryzen Summer event, which is going on in Star Trek Online at the moment. You can see Earth Space Dock there. It's a terrible ship. It really isn't very good. So I took it out for a spin, thought, wow, this isn't very good at all, and immediately retired it and went back to one of my old ships. Earth Space Dock, for those of you who might not have played Star Trek Online for a while, Earth Space Dock just got a significant remodeling. You're probably not going to recognise this. The conversation got around to Star Trek Online and the ships that I have in the game purely because I was playing World of Tanks with Rita Gamer a couple of days ago, and she's a big Star Trek fan. And she also plays Star Trek Online, so I'm probably going to be doing some live streaming Star Trek Online with her at some point in the future. But the people in the chat were asking, oh Jingles, you must show us your Star Trek Online characters and what ships you have and so on and so on. Well, here you go. This is my engineering captain, Jane Kessler, Vice Admiral. She's wearing the, I think it's the Dyson Sphere armour, the anti-Voth armour. Let's pop over to the ship select. Here's the ship selector, and here we go. This is one of my captains and the various ships that she has. There's the old Ferengi Marauder, Mirror Universe Assault Cruiser, USS Ardent, USS Arnhem. Don't thank me now, Holland. There's the Undine Bio Cruiser that I have. USS Coventry. It's the Star Trek the Motion Picture version of the Enterprise. The original series USS Enterprise. I got a bunch of these Odyssey cruisers. I bought the pack, and a Defiant class tactical escort, and of course you have to have a Galaxy class. So there you go, and a bunch of shuttles as well that came with the various different packs. So there you go, Star Trek Online. People asked, I answered. Don't panic, by the way, this doesn't mean that I'm suddenly going to start dedicating hours and hours of video to Star Trek Online on the YouTube channel. I'm not. It's just something that I do when I'm not playing World of Tanks or War Thunder. I've been playing it for a couple of years now. I'm still far from an expert at the game. It's surprisingly, it does come as a surprise to a lot of people that it kind of works a lot like an MMO like World of Warcraft. You've got your tanks, your healers, and your DPS. But in this game, it's ships rather than characters, mostly. You can do ground combat as well, but it's not very good. Cruisers are your tanks, science vessels are your healers, and escorts are your damage dealers. But there's plenty of crossover between the three different classes. You're not restricted to just healing people's shields and repairing hull, for example. If you're a science vessel, they get some pretty nasty offensive abilities as well. It's a free-to-play game. They're pretty aggressive in the way they push you into trying to spend money on the game, however. It's developed by Perfect World Entertainment. German company, I think. Well, anyway, there you go. Star Trek Online. This is what I tend to do when I'm not playing Plague Incorporated, War Thunder, or World of Tanks. That's the Andromas Bio Cruiser, by the way, from Species 8472. Somebody wanted to see that. There it is. Of course, it's not just Star Trek Online. I've been dipping my toe into all sorts of new games lately. Well, it's the Steam Summer Sale's on, so I haven't quite gone as crazy this year as I did last year with the Steam Summer Sale. I've still got games I bought last year that I haven't even played, let alone finished. So I haven't been going nuts this time around. But one game that I did get, which is excellent, I put a video up of it yesterday, is Plague Incorporated. And, you know, if you have a hankering for taking over the world and wiping out all of humanity, but you're operating on a budget, you can't afford nuclear weapons or massive armies, then bioterrorism is the way ahead. It's fiendishly addictive. I didn't realise at the time I put the video up, but apparently it's based on a touchscreen, sort of mobile phone, iPad style game, which makes a lot of sense given the way it plays. Although the touchscreen version only allows you to play the first version of the game, playing as a bacteria. And if you want to upgrade to using viruses, nanoplagues, bioweapons, zombie plagues, and all that sort of thing, you have to pay for downloadable content. Well, it's available in the Steam Summer Sale, and you get the whole thing. And obviously, it's ultra cheap because it's Steam Summer Sale. So I've been spending far too many times trying to figure out the best ways of wiping out all life on Earth. And leaving the way clear for gnomes to take over, as is only right. Great game. Did a video of it yesterday, 40 minutes long. The time just disappears when you're playing it. It's one of those games. It's got fantastic replay value as well, because all the different types of plague work completely differently. It's like, you know, the best kind of game, like other browser-based touchscreen style games, like Plants vs Zombies, which is fiendishly addictive. It's a very, very simple concept, but there are so many different variations on how it all works. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with Plague Incorporated, and not really been playing much World of Tanks or War Thunder, just doing other stuff. On Saturday we had historical battles on the EU1 server again. Not as many people turned up this time as last time. I didn't really advertise it much on Facebook, but yeah, we had a couple of games. One match I played, I was playing as the British, and my entire team were all in Matildas. The German team, which mostly consisted of Stugs and Panzer IIIs, one guy just said, "Fuck my life." And of course, as the British, we were defending. Well, on that version of the map. And, oh, the Germans just didn't stand a chance. 6 Matildas. They killed 4 of the Matildas, so I'm going to give Germany a moral victory on that one. One Panzer III escaped, but he just, with 2 Matildas left alive, there was nothing he was going to be able to do. So he very wisely hid. And the British won that one by default. So, yeah, historical battles, World of Tanks, they're not without their problems, but I still think they're a fun game mode. Now, I will not be playing historical battles in World of Tanks next week, and there will not be a Mingles with Jingles next week. Oh no, Jingles, what on earth is going on? Well, I'm going to America. In 2 days, I depart these sunny shores for Ohio. I'll be going to the Dayton Air Show, and also the Wright-Patterson United States Air Force Museum at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. The plan is to spend the first 2 days exploring the US Air Force Museum at Wright-Patterson. You really can't do the whole thing in one day. There's just too much there to see. And then at least one full day at the Dayton Air Show itself. The first day of the Dayton Air Show, possibly the second day as well. It depends. If we've seen everything on the first day, then we may not bother sticking around for the second day. We might just cruise around in Columbus, Ohio, and eat lots of American food. One thing I definitely want to do is have a go in a Cobra gunship. Yeah, you heard me right. At the Dayton Air Show, they have a US Army Cobra gunship, and you can get a ride in it. So I'll be planning on taking the GoPro camera along, if they'll let me use the GoPro inside the cockpit, and get some footage of me flying around in a helicopter gunship, which will be nice. I keep saying our plan, by the way. I should point out that I'm actually going to America as a guest of, well, if you've been watching Quickie Baby or Circumflex's live streams, you may know him as Ray Lynn. He's one of their subscribers. He's in the audience for just about every single time Quickie Baby or Circumflex's live streams. He's always watching. He's pretty well known by their various communities. And the whole thing is his idea. The whole me going to America, going to the Dayton Air Show, right Patterson Air Force Base. It's all been organised by Ray Lynn. So he's my my guide when I arrive in America. I'm back on the 1st of July, leave on the 25th of June. So there will of course be no Mingles with Jingles next week. This is the last Mingles with Jingles for 2 weeks. You won't get one next week because I'll be in America, flying around in Cobra gunships. It's nice work if you can get it. And of course, if I don't come back from the USA at least 4 pounds fatter than America, you're doing it wrong. Because one of the highlights of the trip for me is going to be feasting my fat little face on American food. The last time I went to, well, in fact, the only other, no, that's not true, I've been to America once before that. But first time I went to America was New Orleans and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The second time I went to America was a week in New York, and both times, American food. Oh. It's very, very easy to get very, very fat in America. If you've got no self-discipline, like me, it's very, very easy to put on a lot of weight if you live in a country like America. The food there is fantastic, and I do plan to be indulging this time around as well. There's an American TV show called Man vs. Food. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It was on the Travel Channel, and there's a guy called Adam Richman, who's an American chef. He's worked in the food industry all his life, and basically all he does is he just travels around America, trying out the fast food offerings of various American cities. And then in each episode, he also takes on a fast food challenge in whichever American city he's in, whether that's eating the hottest curry, or eating the biggest burger, or drinking, 5 litres of milkshakes, or whatever. It's a great show. I love it. The food looks absolutely amazing. A huge range and selection. I mean, it's not just, typical fast food. They do everything, absolutely everything. Whatever the specialty of your city is, he will go to your city and he will try your food out. Well, Adam Richman has been to Columbus in Ohio, and one of the restaurants that he went to is the place that we're planning on hitting up for lunch most days. It's called Schmidt's. In 1886, J. Frederick Schmidt, who was from Frankfurt in Germany, travelled to America, and he opened up the Schmidt's Meatpacking House in downtown Columbus, Ohio, in the German village in Columbus. And it still exists today as Schmidt's Sausage House. So, I am going to be feasting. We're planning on visiting Schmidt's for lunch most of the days that we're there. I've had a look at the menu. Oh, man. Oh, Germany. Don't ever stop making sausages. And it's not just traditional German sausages. They've got all kinds of schnitzel and spatzel and meatloaf, and oh my God, I am going to get so fat when I come back from America. So anyway, a couple of days and I'm off to the USA, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, going back to last week's Mingles with Jingles, at the beginning of last week's Mingles with Jingles, I did a segment about a potential World War I museum that's trying to establish itself here in England. They just need planning permission, and in order to get the planning permission, the Museum Society just needs people to write to their local council offering support for the project. Delighted to be able to say that the response was so overwhelming that we used up all the bandwidth for their website for 2 days. we killed another website. Yay! I'm so proud of you guys. But no, seriously, very, very well done. With that amount of support, it's highly unlikely that they're going to get their planning permission rejected for the second time around. So give yourselves a round of applause. You've done some good work there. Anyway, question time. First question this week comes from Tian de Swart. He wants to know, Jingles, why aren't you in a clan in World of Tanks? Well, good question. It's one that I have answered previously on Mingles with Jingles, but I wanted to address this question again this time because there's something new in World of Tanks. The reason I'm not in a clan, the short answer, privacy. Generally speaking, when I'm playing World of Tanks, I am always busy. I'm either getting footage for a video that I want to do, I'm in the garage recording voiceover for looking at a tank review, for example, something like that. I generally don't have time to talk to anybody when I'm playing World of Tanks. And I used to be in a clan. But the guys that I joined the clan with got tired of playing World of Tanks, and they were playing the game less and less and less. There were a good bunch of guys that just weren't playing World of Tanks anymore. And eventually it was getting to the stage where I would just log into World of Tanks, look into clan chat, and there's absolutely nobody online that I knew. And then the YouTube channel started taking off, and more and more people got to know who I was, and the clan leader was getting more and more requests to join the clan from people who just wanted to talk to me. And, there's nothing wrong with that, but when I'm playing World of Tanks, I'm busy. And so clan chat was just filling up with people who were just demanding platoons and wanted to talk to me all the time, and so on and so on and so on. And it dawned on me that there was absolutely no point in my being in the clan. The guys that I enjoyed playing World of Tanks with didn't play World of Tanks anymore. I didn't know anybody who was left in the clan. Well, I knew one or two, but they weren't the guys I'd joined with. And so I left the clan, and I haven't belonged to a clan ever since. And it's purely and simply for reasons of privacy, for, just getting away from the crowd when I'm in World of Tanks. However, World of Tanks is introducing something new in the next patch, and you will have to be in a clan of at least 20 players in order to take advantage of it. It's the new Stronghold mode. You may or may not have heard of it. What it is, it's kind of like a dumbed down and yet at the same time more complex version of Clan Wars, which is already in World of Tanks. The quick and dirty version of how it's all going to work is that clans of sufficient size are going to be able to establish these strongholds. And the strongholds are going to consist of various different buildings and facilities that are going to give you bonuses in the game. You're going to need resource points, I think is the currency that they're talking about using, in order to build and upgrade these buildings to boost the kind of buffs that you can get in the game. And you acquire these resource points by fighting other clans through the Stronghold menu. The sort of bonuses that you're going to be able to get are, for example, bonuses to XP earned in a game, bonuses to free experience earned in a game, bonuses to crew training, bonuses to credits earned, reduced repair costs, reduced research costs for your tanks, and so on and so on and so on. So it's not exactly a game breaker, but it's an interesting and cool new feature, and you must be in a clan of at least 20 players in order to take part in it. Now, that's just the quick and dirty version of what's happening with Strongholds. There is more to it than that, but not a lot more. It's not especially complicated. It's just another fun feature that sufficiently sized clans can take part in World of Tanks. If you're interested in more details, then by all means, they're up there on the World of Tanks website. The For the Record blog has been doing a number of features on the new Stronghold mode, and it's available on the current patch 9.2 test server. In fact, it's the only new thing that's really on the patch 9.2 test server. Patch 9.2 is all about testing out Strongholds. I haven't downloaded the test server. I'm not going to be having a look at Strongholds. There's not an awful lot of point in me doing it because I'm not in a clan. So, I'm not going to be able to take advantage of the whole Stronghold thing. Oh, but Jingles, I want to see videos about Stronghold mode. Go on, join a clan so that we can see you do videos on it. Yeah, that is the downside. It's not so much the not having all the bonuses that you get for belonging to a clan that has invested in a good Stronghold. It's not being able to do videos, because, this is what I do. And I am curious about Strongholds. And I'd like to do videos of, the patch 9.2 test server and when Stronghold goes live, showing you how it all works and so on, because I'm sure it'd be interesting. It's from what I've read about it, it does look like a cool new feature. Unfortunately, the price of the ticket is I have to join a clan with at least 20 people in it. And that is not a good enough reason for joining a clan, just because you want to take advantage of the whole Stronghold thing. It's like in World of Warcraft when they introduced clan progression in World of Warcraft, where you could level up your clan. Well, in World of Warcraft it's a guild, but same thing. And you'd see people in general chat and trade chat saying, want to join level 25 guild. And that was it. They didn't care about anybody in the guild, they didn't care what the guild did, they didn't care whether it was a role-playing guild, a casual guild, a raiding guild, you name it. They just wanted to be in the guild if it was level 25. They wanted to take advantage of the bonuses that the guild got for being level 25, for being the highest level guild that you could have in World of Warcraft. And that's a terrible reason for joining a clan or a guild or anything, because these are social features. You should be joining a guild or a clan or whatever because you have something in common with the people in that clan or guild. It's a social thing. If you're joining a guild because the only thing you have in common with the people in that guild or clan or whatever it is that you just want to take advantage of the guild's features, then that's a shitty reason for wanting to join. And the chances are the people who are in that clan are going to be just as big arseholes as you are. You've got to have a better reason than that for joining a social entity, because that's what a clan is. It's a group of players grouped together with some sort of common purpose, or at the very least it should be. Because if there's nothing to bond everybody together, you're going to get drama, and drama tears guilds and clans apart. It's a natural consequence of getting a whole bunch of people together. You're going to get some people who don't like other people, especially if none of them have anything in common in the first place. If, the clan or guild, I guarantee you that the second Strongholds goes live, you're going to get people on the guild recruitment forums forming a guild, and they do not care who joins that guild. They just want 19 other people to join their guild so that they can start playing with Strongholds. And they'll get exactly what they want. They'll get 19 other people who have absolutely nothing in common with them other than the fact that they want to be in a guild that has a stronghold. What kind of clan is that going to be? Imagine the fun you're going to have in clan chat. Every time you log into World of Tanks, you know nothing about any of these people. The only thing you know about them is they're just as greedy and short-sighted as you are. Don't forget, at some point, you're going to have to defend these strongholds, and that doesn't just mean working as a team, and you know nothing about these people. Some of them could be just the biggest arseholes you've ever met in your life, but you didn't care. You just wanted them to be in your clan, because you wanted to have 20 people so you could take part in strongholds. You have no idea how good they are at playing World of Tanks. You could have just recruited a bunch of players who make a bot look like a unicorn. But you didn't care. You didn't vet them. You just said, first 19 people in through the gate are in. And it's a terrible, terrible way of sorting out a clan. You've got to defend these strongholds at some point against other clans. Good luck with that if the only criteria for joining your clan is who's first. It's just horrible, horrible way of deciding who gets to be in your clan. And by the same token, my just wanting to see Stronghold mode is a terrible reason for me to be joining anybody else's clan. You should have something in common with the people who are in the clan. That should be the reason why you formed the clan. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It could just be as simple as you enjoy playing together. In fact, that's probably the single best reason for forming a clan. It means that it's always easy to find the people that you enjoy playing with. They're right there in clan chat. The people I enjoy playing with, Quickie Baby, Circumflexes, Rita Gaber, they're all in different clans, so it's just as easy, and it's a hell of a lot more private for me to just not be in a clan. And if that means that I can't take part in Stronghold mode, well, that's a small price to pay for avoiding all the drama that comes with being in a clan full of people I don't know. And apart from anything else, I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. I like to compartmentalise my stuff. If I want to play tanks, I'll log into World of Tanks, or I'll log into War Thunder. If I want to fly planes, I'll log into War Thunder. If I want to chat, I'll log on to Skype. I don't log into World of Tanks because I want to chat. I'm old-fashioned like that. But if I'm in a clan and I log into World of Tanks in order to get a video recorded, maybe I'm doing a garage review of the KV4 at long last, and clan chat is just full of people complaining that I'm ignoring them and I'm not answering their questions and I'm turning down their platoon invitations because I'm trying to play fucking tanks. It's just, leave me alone. This is not Skype. So yeah, I can't be dealing with being in a clan in World of Tanks, or any game for that matter. It's going to make things interesting in Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous though. I definitely do want to belong to an organisation in those two games, so we're going to have to see how that works out. But World of Tanks, no, it's too much. The whole clan thing in World of Tanks just gets in the way too much. It doesn't offer anything other than an opportunity for people to bother me more than they already can. I sound like such a miserable old bastard here, don't I? Well, I am a miserable old bastard, sorry, but you know, what you see is what you get. So anyway, there you go. Very great length. That is why I am not in a clan in World of Tanks. And also, incidentally, why you're probably not going to see much stronghold mode footage from World of Tanks on my channel anytime in the immediate future. It's funny how these questions end up, isn't it? I mean, somebody asks a real simple question, Jingles, why aren't you in a clan in World of Tanks? And 15 minutes later, I don't plan the answers to these questions. You know, I start talking, and then, you know, these ideas just keep popping into my head. Halfway through answering this question, I suddenly thought, ooh, stronghold mode, got to be in a clan for that. Started answering about stronghold mode, and then I thought, oh, the social nature of clans. And this is why it takes me so long to answer a question. It's like, I don't know if you've ever heard Billy Connolly tell a joke. He's a Scottish comedian, he's hilarious. It takes him 20 minutes to tell one joke. He'll start telling one joke and it'll remind him of another one. And eventually, at the end of the 20 minutes, he gets to the punchline of the first joke, and that's me answering a question. It's like Billy Connolly telling a joke. If it's even half as funny as Billy Connolly telling a joke, then I've done well, you know. But there you go, that's how my thought process works. And this is why I answer so few questions in Mingles with Jingles. I'll spend half an hour pouring through the previous week's Mingles with Jingles, looking for interesting questions. I'll get half a dozen questions and think, oh, that's good. I'll get all the announcements and stuff out of the way at the start of the video, and then I'll think, right, we're 15 minutes in, so I've got 15 to 20, maybe 25 minutes left. No problem, I can get 3 or 4 questions answered in that space of time. Oh no, Jingles. No, you can't. And, you know, that is pretty much it for this week, I'm afraid. We're out of time. Mingles with Jingles, nearly 30 minutes long. Questions answered? 1. Business as usual in Jingles land. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't plan for things to turn out this way. I mean, I start talking and I find it very, very hard to stop. I'm sure you've probably noticed by now. But anyway, that is it for this week. I really do have to be going. I have a trip to America to organise. So, as always, folks, take care on that battlefield. Watch your 6. Whatever you're playing, have fun playing it. And unlike this Hellcat driver, I'll catch you next time. Well, except, you know, I won't catch you next time, because I'll be in America. I'll catch you the time after next time. Oh, that was crap. Don't worry, we'll edit that out.